What is going on, everyone? Today is another port day, and I know it's a little different this time. I'm not filming in the truck because I did not drive my own truck. My buddy Jay gave me a ride down because he's picking something up as well. And yeah, it's super early. We left at 4:30 in the morning, so that's why I didn't really film an intro. Here I am here now, about to go inside to pick up my new daily driver. So when I get back out, I'll show you guys it, and the rest of the video is actually going to be, I'm going to drive it home, and then we're going to go over the whole thing when I get back to the shop later. So a little bit different setup for this port run, but I think it'll work out a little better this time. Let's go get it. It's a long motherfucker. All right, so successful day at the port. We just got out, and let's see what we got. Came down here with Jay from Ignition Speed Festival. He got his new sandbar.
Looking pretty good.
Best running sandbar I've seen. It's so quiet and smooth, but here is the new daily. So we got a turbo diesel 97 Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. This is going to be my new daily. It came super fast. So I ordered this truck mid-April, I think April 20th, and it came June 8th. That's like the quickest I've ever had a car show up, versus the Silvia, which took almost 6 months. It's crazy how much of a discretion there is. So when I bought this truck, I bought 2 other vehicles as well. One of them is gonna be here in 2 weeks, and the other one didn't even get put on a ship yet. That's what shows you how much discretion there is on, discrepancy I should say, there is on boats leaving Japan and if your truck or car is gonna be on it. But I really lucked out. This thing is clean underneath, doesn't have rust. It started right up, battery wasn't dead. It's a nice color, and it seems like it runs really well. There's some scrapes on it and a couple dings, but it's a truck. I'm probably gonna bring it in the woods, and this is gonna take over my daily duties. Even though diesel is now fucking $8 a gallon, what are you gonna do? But here it is. So we are gonna drive it home, and then we're gonna go over the whole thing inside and out. The inside of this thing is super cool, very like Japanese, and yeah, let's fucking drive it home and hope we make it. You're gonna be along for the ride, so let's do this. This thing is sweet. It drives beautiful. I'm just cruising with the AC on right now. It drives really nice. It runs really well, and yeah, it's definitely what I needed versus the Pajeros. So as you guys probably know, I sold both of my Pajero Minis just because I do some highway driving, and I needed something that could handle the highway. And this definitely handles the highway much better than the Pajero Minis. You know, just cruise at 75 without a strain, without it revving out. So definitely the correct choice. So a couple things I just noticed are it needs brakes. You know, I got a little shimmy up front, and you can really feel it when you hit the pedal. So it does need brakes. Luckily, I am pretty sure that these front brakes are the same as a Lexus GX. So I got to do a little more research, but I'm pretty sure the brake rotors and pads are the same as a mid to late 90s Lexus GX. So I should be able to get them here in the US. That was a big problem with the Pajeros, is getting replacement parts. So another thing about this platform is it shares a lot with the Helix, or the 4Runner. The mid-90s 4Runner is the same chassis as this truck. So the brakes off a 4Runner might even fit. I gotta, you know, check it out a little bit, but a lot of the parts fit. So like I can get ball joints, which are a weak point on these trucks. The front ball joints are definitely a part that they recommend changing a lot, because it's just a flawed design on these. So I planned on doing the front ball joints already, and I'll do the brakes and obviously a set of wheels and tires, and I'll probably get a 2-inch lift with some new shocks. These feel like they might be original, a little bit on the soft side, not bouncy by any means. It drives nice, but we're gonna mod it a little bit. We're gonna raise it up. We're gonna put 33s on it. The turbo diesel should be able to handle that, no problem. And we're gonna make this thing a cool Overlander. But yeah, this truck is awesome. I can't wait to show you guys all around it and everything on the inside, because it's pretty sick and it's super JDM for sure. Here we are, we're about to be home. Made it home no problem with the AC on the whole time, and it is just cruising. What a good truck this was. The one problem we did figure out, it started about halfway home. We lost the speedometer and the tach. They will jump up and down, and usually that's an indication of like an alternator problem, but I'm not getting any other warning lights. I didn't shut it down and try to start it. We will find that out as soon as I park it. But I did a little research. I think it's just a faulty cluster, because if the alternator was going bad, I'd get a battery light. I do not have a battery light. Everything else works perfectly. Just the tach and the speedometer they'll work, and then they'll die, and then they'll work, and then they'll jump around. So it seems like there's a loose connection maybe inside the cluster. I'm gonna try and pull them apart and see if anything is loose. It happens in unison though. They both go out at the exact same time and they come back at the exact same time. So it's gotta be something that's the issue with a power supply to the tach and the speedo. The gas gauge is working fine, temperature gauge is working fine, but the speedo and the tach are being funky. But that's about it. I just drove this 3 hours, 2.5 hours, and I used less than a quarter tank of fuel, and it drove beautiful. So plans for the truck, let's get into that a little bit, because you guys are going to be seeing what I'm doing. You guys are going to be picking up what I'm putting down. You hear me? So plans with the truck. First thing I'm going to do, maybe second, first or second thing I'm going to do, we are changing this factory steering wheel out. It needs a cool wheel. I'm not a fan of this factory steering wheel. It looks like a Camry wheel. I honestly would not mind the 3-spoke Celica wheel that's like perforated. That's really cool. I'm getting conflicting reports that some people say it fits, some people say it does not fit. What I do have is I have a 6-bolt hub left over from my Supra. So I know that that fits the Celica. So we're gonna pop that off and we're gonna see if my 6-bolt hub fits on this. And if it does, I could rock one of my aftermarket steering wheels for now, but then I will know that it will fit the Celica 3-spoke wheel. Number 2, I don't know why, because the Japanese do weird things with their options on these cars. There's so many variables to when you buy these cars and trucks that I don't know how the options fall, because this is a Prado TX, and every TX I see has the altimeter set up right there. It's like 3 gauges that sit right on top of there. And there's actually 2 different styles. I want it. I really want the gauges. So I'm gonna order a set, and apparently you could plug them right in. It's plug and play. You just gotta mount them, and oh, there's a bug in here. Get out of there, bug. But yeah, apparently they're plug and play. You get them, and you can just retrofit them, and they're fine. So the problem I'm running into is they are kind of hard to find. I shouldn't say that. They're not that hard to find. In the US, they're kind of hard to find. You know who has a lot of them? eBay is flooded with them? Russia. You know who can't get parts from Russia? This guy. We can't get parts from them. They won't ship to us. And then we are going to do a 2-inch lift. Just a 2-inch suspension lift. Bring it up 2 inches. Have plenty of room there. And then we're gonna go with a 17x9 wheel. So these actually aren't terrible wheels, they're 16s. But I wanna go with a 17x9 and a 33-inch tire. It's gonna bring it up a little bit, and we're probably gonna lose this running board. They look kind of goofy. I might just take them right off and call it a day. What do you guys think? Running boards, no running boards? I'm kind of on the fence, but I think no running boards is gonna be where it's at. Especially once it's lifted and has nice wheels and tires. But yeah, we're either gonna go with like a T37 or something along those style, or I don't know. I would love to get the big RPF ones, but they're bread, they're money. And I don't wanna spend $5 on a set of wheels and tires for this thing. That would just be silly. All right, so that is gonna be it for today. So, successful day. We got a sweet truck from the port. The Land Cruiser Prado. Newest car in the fleet. New daily. What do you think about it, Dagno?
It's met.
Yeah, it's not bad, right?
This is the off-road king right here.
It is gonna be the off-road king. In about 2 weeks, we have another port run, and it's gonna be a sick one. I think you guys are gonna love it. It's going to be the next project car after I finish up these projects, because I am kind of, I mean, no, I'm nowhere near finishing my projects. What the fuck am I talking about? But the S14 is coming along a little bit. And this one is gonna be another project, I guess. I don't fucking know. We'll see what the fuck I do with it. I don't know. But 2 weeks, another port run. Look forward to it. And look forward to what we start doing on the Land Cruiser, the S14. The BMW is kind of on the back burner for now, the right-hand drive one. It runs and drives perfectly, so I'm not concentrating on swapping it right this second. It's eventually gonna get swapped, I promise, one of these days. I just got so much shit going on that I have not bought an S54 motor yet. But one day it will get swapped, I promise. I know I keep saying I'm gonna do it, but one day it'll get done. We got a lot of shit going on. But keep an eye out for what's coming. I will catch you guys on the next one. Sayonara.